flying through the air magically with nothing really hitting him until there. Ooh, definitely could have caused a bruise on his face. Hi, my name is Rose Bullock, and I have been an ER nurse for 10 years, and today we will be reacting to some Hollywood movie stunts. Gotcha. All right, bullet train. Oh my gosh. He didn't even have a seatbelt on and flying through the air magically with nothing really hitting him until there. Ooh, definitely could have caused a bruise on his face. Oh yeah, that stuffed animal. At least he had a cushion. Oh my goodness. Ooh. So there was definitely a lot happening in that clip. So bullet trains go between 180 to 200 miles per hour. So imagining that there's other people on there, I'm sure lots of neck injuries, lots of extremity injuries, cuts, bruises with all the glass flying in the air and everything. Man, that would have been dangerous. I mean, there's just so many different factors going on here. He can't come out of this alive easily. I'll say that. All right, so this next clip is gonna be from Fast and Furious 9. So let's check it out. Already, wow. 1, 2, 3. But you know, they're really good about this. Oh my gosh. Good old Dom just driving. Just doing what he does best.
Where's the bridge?
And another one. They were getting bombed on either side of the car. So when you think about the impact that that has on our ears, and it almost disorients you a little bit. And he's still able to hear her okay after all that? No. What? They're always doing some crazy stuff in this movie. I can't even imagine. And they have no seatbelts on, guys, by the way. So that car is propelled on a string. How did the car flip over that many times? And they're just totally fine. Wow. Literally all the windows are out. Oh my goodness. Well, one thing we always have to give Fast and Furious industry a good nod for is the fact that they know how to draw some action movies, okay? Dom is always doing something crazy to save himself. So first of all, with all those spins in the car and no seatbelt on, how did she manage to stay in that same position the whole time, right? Like we all know, we've seen the car accident commercials.
Even with airbags, Vince, you still got to remember to buckle your safety belt.
Now you tell me.
Where even just like a 35 mile per hour, your head will still get thrown back. And if you have no seatbelt on, there's more of a risk for you to actually hit the top of the car or go all the way to the back, right? And then she has her feet on the dash. Now we've all heard, don't have your feet on the dash, right? And not sure if all of you know, but that's because in case of a head-on collision, right? That means your foot is gonna be hit by that airbag, right? Typically you want that airbag to hit your chest to push you back as a counter. So if it's hitting your feet, that's gonna push you in a different direction. She would have to come out of this with at least a concussion, him too. But you know, passengers always take the blunt of most accidents when it comes to car injury. So she comes out unscathed. I don't know how, but again, Fast and Furious is very good at the action.
Well, that was new.
Oh, I feel it. I feel it.
Oh my gosh.
You okay?
She's lost a shit ton of blood.
This isn't a shit ton.
I can actually hear it pumping out.
Oh, I feel it. I feel it.
I got it! I got it!
Well, first of all, clearly these are not the ideal conditions to be removing a bullet, right? Like, definitely should be in an OR under a physician's supervision. It's also noted that she's moving up and down as the doctor is trying to essentially take the bullet out of her abdomen. But it's even more astonishing that she was able to do it while the car is moving. They're bumping into the sides of different streets, and there's no way that she can stay steady with her tools, right? If you're bumping to this side, that side. Didn't really see her clean it either.
I feel it.
So
I feel it.
as a nurse, I'm already
I
like,
got it.
how clean is that wound gonna be? be because you're just cutting into open skin after a fight, you know.
I feel so much better now. I got it, baby.
She drops it. Oh my goodness. So the doctor is fixing her up. And at a certain point, you see that the blood squirts in the doctor's face. That can happen with certain abdominal gunshot wounds, not all of them, right? Now, because we have vital vessels that are housed within our abdominal cavity that help with circulation, oxygenation, and maintaining the vital function of the organs that are here, but especially our colon, right? We would be concerned with anything kind of splurting out. Of course, all the big TV shows and the medical shows make it look like super easy, rush them to surgery, and that's all done. But unfortunately, it's not always that much of an easy process. But definitely do not recommend this for anyone to do. Please, please seek out medical advice, treatment from a practitioner in order to make sure that, you know, you're getting the right treatment, not in the backseat of somebody's car. So this next clip that we're gonna get into is from a movie called Uncharted. So let's check it out. His foot is stuck to all of that. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised he didn't get crushed in between. Not him jumping in the air from cargo. Oh, there's no way. Oh gosh. That really must have hurt. So he free falls, somehow climbed himself back up on the cargo that he just got hit by, and then gets hit by a car. I mean, and he's leaving each situation unscathed. I mean, he got hit from several angles and several different things, especially by the cargo as he was falling out. So he would have at least sustained some potential rib fractures or bruising, maybe even some sore muscles. And his breathing pattern really never changed. Hers either, because you drive a car off of a plane, like you would think some panic would be setting in because you don't know if you're going to end up in the water or what have you. The highest recorded free fall is 33,000 feet. And even that individual still suffered a lot of injuries, had to be hospitalized for a long period of time. And the fact that in this movie, Tom Holland was basically able to go unscathed and continue on with the rest of the movie is highly unrealistic. So definitely don't go jumping out of any cargo planes or any plane at that without a parachute. And I don't know how tall Tom Holland is, but that little red lever looked a little bit further than his hand could reach, but very good action.
Come get me, come on! That's it, come on!
Well, first off, he did the wrong thing by instigating the lion. I'm not supposed to do that. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's no way. I mean, that's a very big animal. Lions can weigh up to 550 pounds. So compared to a standard sized human, even one as beautifully shaped as Idris Elba would not be able to sustain a fight. With all that in perspective, I mean, one bite from that animal could literally render you paraplegic. So it takes about 25 PSI to break even just smaller bones like digits, fingers, and toes. So imagine a lion that can exert up to a PSI of 1,000 by biting us. Vicious fight. The fight or flight is meant to protect us, and the fact that he was actually still able to fight him off with that being such a big animal, and he's literally fighting him with only, it looked like a stick at one point and like a little pocket knife. Yeah, not very realistic at all, at all. And I'm definitely glad he made it out alive. That thing is very close there. Oh my gosh. It looks like an ostrich.
Would you like to learn how to say the dinosaur name?
Yes.
Threzinosaurus.
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 Threzinosaurus. Oh my gosh. So first things first, the Threzinosaurus as part of this Jurassic World scene is about 16 feet tall. Well, number one, that's how far she dropped. Of course, with a movie like Jurassic World, there is a bit of a suspended disbelief there. But still, from judging how high she fell and then having to escape, and she really didn't show any signs of discomfort. I was just thinking, isn't she making too much noise for this thing? That is scary, and that water looks weird colored. Man. I don't know how she went from jumping out of a plane, landing like that, and then jumping onto the floor without getting out of breath. Because already watching that, I was out of breath for her. So this next clip we're gonna watch is from The Batman. Damn. How in the world? Well, first of all, it looked like he fell into the water after separating whatever that electrical cord was. And I mean, we've all heard about not putting toaster oven in the bathtub, right? Highly don't recommend that you jump into a body of water after you have electricity in your hands. That's very dangerous. And because electrocuting yourself, it kind of comes with a vast variety of symptoms depending on essentially how that electricity passes through our body, right? And depending on essentially the path that is followed, because we are electrical beings, right? When you think about our heart being innervated, we have our nervous system. So when we get electrocuted, not only will we feel the physical pain, right, from the influx, that fire, the electricity going through our body, but also we will feel very sensitive because of our nervous system. So that's also where some of those pain triggers will come from. And a lot of the time, the prognosis we do not know until we are kind of treating the patient to kind of see and understanding the story behind what happened. Most people are not going to do that and then magically get up. And for him, since he physically cut the power source, I would imagine, right? At least the arm that was holding the cord would be affected, but he literally just jumps out of the water, totally fine, almost like he's ready to go save the day again. So this next clip we're going to be watching is from Glass Onion. But spoiler alert, if you do not want to deal with any spoilers from the movie, please skip ahead to this point.
You only need one last piece of information, and only you can.
Oh, man. How did she... Did she just get shot in the heart? A book? There's no way. She literally got shot in the heart and it was only a book to protect her. I don't know about that. Thinking from a medical perspective, that went through glass. I can't imagine that just that book would have caught it. Maybe if she had a bulletproof vest on, I'd feel a little bit more comfortable. But even with that amount of impact, there's no way someone can just jump up like that, ready to go. Like, even with bulletproof vests on, you still feel a little bit of an impact, something like getting hit by a baseball bat. That could at least stop your heart. And then on top of that, even if her heart didn't stop, you would still feel kind of that influx, so you could still have like muscle pain or muscle fatigue. It's definitely not a situation you're gonna come out of painless. I don't know. I gotta love action movies. So welcome back. If you skip the spoilers, the next scene we're gonna watch is from The Gray Man. She's just hit and he's on top of the... Interesting. He's running. Wow. There's no way he braced his fall with his hands like that. That would hurt. Debris flying in the air, as always, right? Action movie classic. That jump onto the car was, I mean, he's not even holding on to anything, right? So you've got to question, how was he actually able to stay on that car without sliding off, right? Unless he had some special grip tips he got from Spider-Man or something, right? This is crazy, and there's no way somebody would survive that easily. There is a lot going on that could lead to him having a lot of bodily injury.
Why are they dead?
We broke the 300-foot ceiling. Yeah, Sam took us out.
So this next scene we're going to be watching is from Top Gun Maverick.
The tighter the turns, the more intensely the force of gravity on your body multiplies.
So movies like Top Gun Maverick are really impressive in that they do show real life, like tactical trainings and protocols that you would see the military doing. There's a lot of training that goes into being a pilot and doing some of these more specialized military positions. It's not something that you or I or some other layperson off the street could just jump in and be able to do this. Lay people could actually pass out from doing drills like this.
Compressing your lungs, forcing the blood from your brain, impairing your judgment and reaction time.
So in addition to, of course, the military training that these kind of pilots go into, they're also taught targeted muscle contractions and controlled breathing. And all of that is to help ensure that their body will still be circulating the blood through. And they also wear specialized flight suits because of the pressure, right, that they'll be feeling that can change as they're, potentially going upside down, on the side of a mountain, those kinds of things. We've all had that point in time where we just get nervous, almost feel like you don't have control over your body, right? As you can imagine, in a tactical situation like this, you can't afford to not have control.
Well, I flew as fast as I could. Kind of like my ass depended on it.
And you put your team in danger and your wingman's dead.
So we have definitely watched a lot of fun movie clips today, and I'm sure you can tell that the ranging theme is that enjoy the movie, but please do not try this at home because a lot of these stunts could lead to disastrous results for you if you just decide to jump off a car as it's driving, right? Definitely something we don't want to do every day.